KD2ETP here again. I just received my M1 microphone that I have here that I got hooked up to the FT710. Oh, and I also bought this nice little screen that goes on top of there, which I had, but I had not hooked up. I was just playing around with it today. But anyhow, the M1 mic, it's a dual element mic. It's got a condenser mic and a dynamic mic. It's also got, let me switch here. So it's also got this beautiful display on there, and it has a 9-band equalizer for each microphone. So as you can see, the C is lit up now. That's the condenser mic, and if I press the D, it'll go to the dynamic mic, or I can hit the dual, and now I got both mics. And there's two preset settings that you can adjust, and that's why you got the adjustments there. So if I hit let's see, if I hit this one, now I'm using the condenser mic in my first display, and I'm using the dynamic display, but the condenser mic now is set up to the parameters that I had set that to, and the condenser mic is set to what I had the parameters, or the dynamic mic is set to the parameters that I have set on preset 2. There also is a through, so you can get rid of it altogether, and that's what it looks like. It's just flat all the way across. You have your mic gain for each one here. These are recorded audio tracks that you can record on here. And one interesting thing, I think I was transmitting there, but one interesting thing about this, so you got the scope. So now that the scope's on, you can see, but this mic is always picking up, regardless of whether you push the button or not. But I'm not on Vox, and so what you can do is there's a phone jack in the back, and put on a pair of headphones, and you can actually listen to your audio and play around with this without actually having without using the push to talk button, and kind of get it set up a little bit that way. And then you can also record your audio on that, and you can use that to do call a CQ, or just to check your audio so you can hear the playback. And so what I did was I recorded one on the dynamic mic down here and one on the condenser mic, and so I had one on each side just to hear the difference, and then I'd use them both together and then record it over one of the other ones. There's an LC button down here. That one is the low cut. It'll take some of the bass out of your voice. This is a very bassy sounding mic. There's a monitor volume up here for your headphones in the back, and you can see the display, because I'm on the scope, is bouncing up and down as my voice is just talking here. And if I move a little closer, let me see, you can see that it changes, because it's picking up better tones, or deeper tones, when I'm closer than when I'm far away. But anyhow, it seems like a pretty good mic. It's obviously got the lock button, so you can lock the push to talk, and obviously this is the push to talk button, which is kind of interesting. It's almost like a hydraulic one, and I'm going to push that real quick here. But you can see how long it takes. It's not like instantaneous. So it's got an adjustable stand. It can go up and down a little bit, and obviously turn, and then the mic can be up, down, whatever you like. It seems to be working okay with this radio so far. I haven't really got it dialed in yet. I got to get another radio set up so that I can listen. Ideally, I want to listen to my audio at the other end. So I got a couple of shortwave receivers that I want to hook up so that I can test it there. But you can also use this too. This will help out. It gives you a little better display. Now I'm on the multi-screen on there. And so, let me see, I'm not near a frequency here. I'll go over a little bit. So I'll push to talk, and this will help out a little bit. This display, because I got a bad cable, I got to get a shielded cable for it, is picking up a little bit. You can see it fluctuating. But anyhow, just to show you, give you a visual representation of what your audio sounds like. Which is kind of nice too when you're trying to get this set up and everything, to check your levels and all that. But interesting mic. So far, so good. I've gotten pretty good audio reports with it. Initially, they were saying I was sounding a little bassy. I kind of tried to get some of that out of it. And I noticed that the preset for 1 was more towards the bassy end, and the preset 2 was more towards the high end. I did adjust the low end on these a little bit, playing around to kind of check out, see what it would do and what it would sound like. So if I go back to 1 here, you can see on the scope where the audio is. I tried to get it a little more towards the mid-range, let's say. And if you go to this one kind of, because of the, let me turn that off so you can see it. So that's how the graphic equalizer is set up on that one in particular. Let me see here. Let me take off dual. So that's that one, and that's the other one. So they're pretty much the same on each one, factory set. I haven't adjusted the 2 setting. I did adjust the 1 setting here a little bit, and you can't really see much difference between the two. I found that I got to play around with it more. So how you adjust those, by the way, is it comes with these little tools that fit right in the base of the mic, which is kind of nice. So you get 2, 1 on each side. There's another one over here, I guess, in case you lose one. But it's nice that they store right with the mic. One other thing about this mic is it's got a USB cord that you have to plug into it, and that's plugged into the back of the radio. I would have thought, and I don't know, I got to look up in the manual, because, you know, how often do we really look in the manuals, to see if there's a way to get it through here. This is an 8-pin connector. I would think that it would be able to send a signal to the, or some voltage to this microphone on its own, but you know, I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll be looking into that later. Right now, I've been playing around with the mic and having a good time with that. It seems like a really nice mic. I've been getting pretty good reports. I was getting reports anyway. So one thing that I did do here is, when we go to here, and we'll go to operating setup. So I went to my TX audio, and I got all the equalizer turned off in the radio and everything down to 0. So everything that I'm getting to the radio is coming out of the microphone, and I'm not using anything in the radio. I'm not sure how much of a difference that'll make. I might play around with that too, but I think because of all the adjustments on this microphone, there's no need to have any of that on the radio. Although I was getting good signal reports just from the hand mic that I got with the radio. I always like having a desk mic, and so I broke down and bought the high dollar one. I'm not sure that that's right for everyone, but I got a Yaesu radio, so why not have the nice Yaesu mic to go with it? It looks really nice with it, of course, and it should for that price. It also comes with like a covering that'll come out, and I don't happen to have that right offhand here, but it covers most of the mic, and if you look at the pictures online, you'll see that. And then mostly you're getting everything from the front. It's supposed to change the dynamics of the microphone a little bit. I may play around with that later on. But so far, so good. Hoping to make lots of contacts with it. There's a lot of stuff going on the bands today, and some interesting DX going around. The bands are in great shape. So I'm going to try and make some contacts. Excuse me. So that in a nutshell is the M1 microphone. I mean, I'm sure you can get all the numbers and different statistics for it online. That's not the kind of radio that I do. There's people who are much smarter than me that can give you all that information. I'm more or less with everything, radios and microphones and everything else that I use. I just want to see how it performs. The numbers are not that big of a deal to me, and they may be to other people. That stuff is all online. You can get actual numbers and that kind of thing, and all the real technical specs behind it. Ideally for me, I want the performance, and if it's performing well, then that's good. And if I'm getting good reports, that's good. As long as my meters are reading right, you know, ACL and that kind of thing. And And people are happy with the sound of it. So I've been happy so far. I hope you like this little video. There'll be more to come. KD2 ETP, I'll say 73 for now. And we'll play more with the M1 mic and the FT710 later. 73 all.